Hello everybody, happy Friday night, or if I post this tomorrow, happy Saturday. Happy day regardless. Thank you again for all your hilarious comments and your warm wishes and your just general awesomeness with everything. You guys make me laugh so hard because part of my existence is made lighter and brighter due to laughing, because I deal with some heavy subjects and sometimes I can get so bummed with, you know, illness or things that are happening with clients and friends, and I call it soul weary, because you want what's best for the world and things can be very unfair. So I just get buoyed and I get these ideas, and thank goodness for Ian too. He always comes out with good ideas, because sometimes I just get with when I'm dealing with comments and a bunch of other things, I almost lose track of what I've done and what topics we're doing. So he comes up with some really good stuff and he helps out a lot. So tonight I thought it'd be really fun to do a cool topic of what kind of sex can I expect, you know, like in new relationships and things like that. People are always wondering, it's like the biggest question, right? You just begin a relationship with somebody new and your mind is going to those places, like perhaps if you're thinking, well, if I do this, are they going to think I belong in an institution, or are these people more? There's all different groups, you know what I mean? There's very refined, quiet people. There's very super physical people that like to touch all the time as well. There's people that like to put a leg up in there, since it's about that topic. So you got to get your leg over and get your leg up. And I'm going to also put in some of these new amazing Egyptian cards. They're just so beautiful and so saturated with color. So this is going to be a pick a card too. Like, what kind of sex can I expect in my relationship? Either if it's new and you're just figuring each other out, because seriously, other people have different rhythms and time zones that are good for them. You know, some people are morning people, some people are evening people, some people don't show affection in public, like they're mortified by that. Some people are like, yeah, they don't care. I mean, you've been out, right? And you've seen people just going full hog making out right next to you on a train or something, and you're like, yeah, when the moment strikes and people are amorous, sometimes they're just compelled to go for it. So to each his own. Let people just be what they're going to be. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do 2 of these. I love these cards so much. They're so vibrant. And then we'll get some of the sexy cards, because I love these. And these are very sensual and beautiful, and the imagery is lovely and romantic. Because a lot of times too, and let's be real here, people, the idea of the act sometimes is much more satisfying and amazing than the actual act itself, right? It's all about the anticipation and the build-up. So that's part of the romance of it too. When you build up that anticipation of, oh, we're going to have dinner and this time together, and all it is really is about connecting. You know, you connecting with them and you having that intimacy. You know what I mean? Because I know sometimes Ian's just very sweet and romantic, and he just likes little hugs, and sometimes I miss those gestures when he holds his hand or arm out to me, because I'm just, you know, going full unicorn mode in the opposite direction. And yeah, you forget, and nobody wants to ever feel invisible. So if your husband, mate, whoever makes a gesture for affection towards you, always reciprocate that, because it really is a bonding moment. So let's see what we have. We're going to go this way. We're going to go 1 on the onyx, 2 on the turquoise, and 3 on the pink calcite. I'm stuck on chalcedony. So look at these. I'm talking about love. I love these so much. Ian got for our anniversary. I make jewelry, and I like rough cut stones, and he got these beautiful rough cut rose quartz, and they're actually the stone of love. So I was like, oh, I literally was losing my mind with that. Okay, so yeah. We have right here is the onyx. We're going to start with that. What can I expect? And I have my double garnets on, because garnets are, and this ring is so cool. Listen, if you can hear it, this spins. There's gold on the outside of the silver and these things, and they spin around. And after I wear it for a few days, I'm going to have a contest for people who get private reads. I have so many rings and so much jewelry that I make that I'm not trying to be Aladdin's cave. So with a read, you're going to get your choice of jewelry. I'll put a whole big tray out, and people get to choose what they want with their read, because I want other people to enjoy some of this stuff. So we'll start with these. Oh, nice. You have the King of Swords, Nice, and 8 of chalices. So, oh yeah, with this, what you can expect for sure is a lot of romance and a very virile, strong lover who's like 5 minutes later is like, are you ready? And start your engines. Yeah, very virile, and they like to be treated well and with a little bit of reverence, and that just have that look that says, you know, wow, you are the one for me. And they're very romantic, even though they're very physical. They're romantic, and they have a tender heart. And with the 8 of chalices, it's like they're giving you their emotion and their heart on their sleeves as well. So it's always nice when we show that we appreciate them. You know, those little gestures, like maybe after your amore, you go and you get them a little cookie or something nice, or ooh, look at that in the devil. That's hilarious. So they're also insatiable, and you're never going to get sleep, and you can kiss your ass goodbye because they're basically, no, I'm just kidding. Whoa. Whoa. I like that you got 2 8s, that you got the ace. We're going to move this stuff over a little bit. So you got the Ace of Cups, which means they're very, very romantic, and they can't get enough of you. One is a new start, so they're almost going to be like a different person. You know what I mean? Like it's a renewed relationship, like they're just discovering you. So again, what do people do at the beginning of relationships, especially sexual relationships? They like to go crazy all the time, right? It's like they can't get enough of you. And with the devil too, that's sort of like you feel almost invisibly chained to them, because it's so fulfilling and so great that you are like, wow. And but we'll have this when that ties in too, because I feel like whenever there is something going so good in your life, you know what I mean, and it's so fulfilling and it's so awesome that people don't want to ever lose. I'm just gonna reach over here. People don't ever want to lose what they have, you know what I mean? It's like if you're in a war and you gain that ground, right? Like say you take over half of Belgium, you don't like to then have to turn around and give a quarter of it back because you were resting on your laurels or trying to take a break. But this is long sustaining attraction, which is really, really nice. But again, with the 8 of Swords, this is 8 of Swords is like freedom born within. Like you can just break out of anything, and because you feel free and happy and attached, it's a very thriving, healthy relationship. Like you are going to discuss things. If something is you know, when you need your rest, when you need to do things, when you need to focus, like if you're in bed and you're on your iPad or your computer and you're trying to do work, they're respecting those boundaries. But again, you feel almost like pulled in, almost like to the level of debauchery, because it's so friggin' awesome. So you can expect some crazy, crazy times. An Ace of Cups. Look at the artwork in these. Are they amazing? It's just sublime. It's so rich and beautiful and saturated. The yellows are very yellow. So gorgeous. I love these. So anyway, that is you. So if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments. We always have the best dialogue after these kind of reads. It's so fun. I like to do them on a weekend too, so people can just sort of be like, oh, what's going on over there? Yeah, and if you need any further clarification, all my links are down below for all my private reads, and I have Instago now too for, oh my God, not this guy with this. Oh my God. Every time I get this, I don't even, I'm like, I can't. What in this actual hell is this guy up to with his giant phallic symbols running through the jungle? Just is so funny. Could you imagine that thing coming at you? I would set the world record sprinting in the opposite direction. I'd make Jackie Joanna Kersey look like she was friggin' a cripple. Like, ba-choing! But look at this. Nice! Oh my gosh. So yeah, this... Oh wait, is it the devil too in a different? Yes, the other one had the devil in it too. So basically, yeah, this person is insatiable. They just love you, like they can't get enough of you. They are so find you so sexy. And with the Queen of Cups, they feel like you're everything. You know, you are the top of everything. And the Cups is all about emotional nourishment and giving and stuff. So they feel so magnetized towards you because you're giving them everything they need on every level. And they are just, and people will always talk shit too. They'll always just be like, oh yeah, you're not all that, but yeah, they think you are all that. So regardless of what they say, they can shut the hell up, because you got the Seven of Wands, which Wands with action, that there's some conflicted people around you because they want what you have. Just ignore them. Who gives a flying crap? Because you also have the Nine of Wands and the Prince of Cups, which means you're completely thriving. Your emotional cups are full, and you have the strength, the courage of your convictions, your relationship. You are setting with some clear, crisp boundaries that say, you know, this is our time. This is what we do, and you're celebrating each other. And with the Nine of Wands too, you have that very, I love when you get the go energy, and that's what that is. Wands is all about action, you know what I mean? It's like you're not in your head like swords are when you're thinking, you're simply doing. And you want to, both of you want to do nice gestures for each other, which is so sweet, you know what I mean? Like cook them that nice meal, and I don't know if they're tired, you want to pick them up at work or drive them to work, your foot rub, all those little things. I feel like you love your feet rubbed, whoever this is. Like you just love it, you know? It's like you're the spirit of the dreamer and the seducer and the mystic and the healer, all those things all entwined. So it's so lovely, and like it's like a rhapsody. It's amazing. So wow, you guys are in for some good, romantic, beautiful, sensuous things. And remember, things to really savor stuff, because it's the things we look back that give us that lovely smile and that, you know, that grin of the magic in the world. Because nothing is more magic than a really great connection, right? Where you guys, you just are completely there for each other. Wow, that's nice. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. The Hermit. Yeah, you guys just want to be by yourself. They just want you all to themselves right now. Ooh, King of Wands. This is so good. I love when we get Wands in these, because Wands is about action, which means, look at that, Eight of Wands. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that on both sides. Come on. Wow. Okay, yeah, so when you get this combination, I feel like you guys, although you are fantastic when you're together, you like your time alone to reflect, you know what I mean? If you were just all participating in life 24/7 and you never got to step back and reflect over your actions and savor them, it would get run down, right? I do know when I have like a ton of private videos to do and reads, and then I do this and I can't go back and go over them and really look at the cards and relax and spend the time with the feelings, you get a little jaded, because you don't, it all blends together, right? So you need that time to step back and reflect and have, you know, a quiet drink and something to eat by yourself and think about how lovely it is, and because it is very passionate. But I feel also there is some jealousy and some insecure on the male side of this. I feel like he knows you have a lot to offer everyone, so he feels a little insecure at times. So then he snaps back out of it with his King of Wands, which Wands is fire, and fire is, you know, just hot, spicy love for sure. And Two of Swords, sometimes it's like an invisible blinders on, like you have, I call it hysterical blindness, like you think something so strongly that you don't quite see the reality of it, but then you shake out with the Eight of Wands, because you're all surrounded by fire and action. So you get back into the action, you realize, oh, that's just like a mirage, you know what I mean? Because sometimes things are so good, so passionate in that love, that you almost think it's a non-reality, because it is another form of euphoria. Love really is. I mean, they say that the endorphins and things that your body releases during love making and all those things become addictive, because your body wants it, because it's healing, it's connective, it's all those beautiful things. So yeah, this is high octane passion, but also just be careful of maybe a male jealous aspect in it, just because they don't want to lose what they have. That's all it is. So reassure them, if you're the female or the other male in the male's life, that it's all okay. You know what? You're not going any place. That sometimes when passion can make people do insane things too. I mean, just think of crimes of passion. I'm not about to go out with a bow and arrow and take down a whole village, because I think you're hot stuff. I'm not willing to do time over it. But think of, the girlfriend told me this story when I worked with her, how when she was in, I almost said Kuala Lumpur, when she was in, what is that thing in Cuba? It's like that prison that they put people in, Guantanamo. Yeah, they were held there when she was coming over from Cuba, and so many women ended up stabbing other women because they were flirting with their men. And I'm like, forget Latinos in the first place, because they are off the charts. Hot passione, and they will stab a bitch and they'll be like, bitch, you don't know know my life. Wham! Out comes the little pencil or whatever they have to arm themselves with. But no, she said women were just stabbing each other all over the place because they thought that they were trying to get up to things with the men that they had relationships or their husbands or whatever. And a lot of times so much of it can be imagined. Like, we know fairy tales, right? People lose their shit over it. And I just feel, sometimes I find it so sweet because I absolutely love when people just are trying to capture your attention and love so much. But it should be protective and loving, as opposed to jealousy doesn't really create much balance in a relationship. But sometimes it's nice to know somebody likes you so much that they're willing to go have a little punch up with somebody over it. But I'm never an advocate for violence, and most of the times it's just words, for sure, you know what? Because they just want to keep feeling like they can entice you and that you're so super sexy and you light their fire, but you're also, you guys work well together. You just kind of coast through the rhythms of life together. And wands are about that. They're about desire, but it's also about having a lovely rhythm together. So if that's you, that's fantastic, you guys. Very, very good. So if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got a lot of fun things going on, and I'm also going to do a fun thing tomorrow, I think, with all the jewelry. I said that I have the first 10, well, actually I'll start it tonight too, for the first 10 private reads. I'll send you a whole group of photographs of my rings and jewelry because you guys have been complimenting it, and I'll let you choose one with your private read, because I really am building up a crazy Aladdin's cave of jewelry here, and I want to be able to share it with you guys. So wow, that's really, really good. But remember to be reassuring to your mate and show them, you don't really want anybody else, that they're the one for you, because that's really sweet. Okay, so all my links are below if you guys need any other further assistance, and have a great weekend.